Hello everybody and welcome back to our channel. This is Christopher Vagali here from Agri-Tech Organics Papua New Guinea Limited, and on this video tutorial we shall be talking about our new service called the Agri-Fi Hotspot Services, and of course we shall be discussing the technology that drives this innovation plus the benefits that our hotspot solutions can bring to your small business and clientele. So before I begin, a cheerio to my buddy Stotic Kapangi for being the inspiration behind this video. And without further ado, let's get right into it. So you may be asking, what is Agri-Fi? Well, in a nutshell, Agri-Fi is a hotspot service we provide here at Agri-Tech. Here at Agri-Tech, we believe that knowledge is power, and we have done our best to develop solutions that provide access to information that is both cost-effective and accessible for our people. So without further ado, let's dig a bit deeper into what Agri-Fi is all about and the infrastructure that lies beneath it all. So as you can see from this diagram, the first point in which the signal enters our network is through the internet. Now this can come in the form of a network provider such as Telecom, B-Mobile or Digicel, even through a VSAT service provider. Once the signal is received, it passes through what we would call a USG or secure gateway. This acts as a firewall and has many other features. Now once it passes through the secure gateway, it then enters the switch, which initially sends the signal through to our controller. What the controller does is set certain specifications for the signal before sending the signal back out again into the access points, which then disseminates the specifications as prescribed by the controller to the end user. Here is another diagram which illustrates the same thing. We have an internet signal coming through from your internet service provider into your USG, then into a switch, which then provides the signal to our access points. In this diagram, we have what you may call a Wi-Fi cloud key, which does pretty much the same thing as the controller which we saw in our previous illustration. What components make up our hotspot network? The first and probably most essential component of our infrastructure is what we would call a fixed broadband device. A wireless broadband is high-speed internet and data service delivered through a wireless local area network or wide area network. As with other wireless service, wireless broadband may be either fixed or mobile. The signal is then received through what you would call a USG or Unified Security Gateway. The Unified Security Gateway extends the Unified Enterprise System to provide cost-effective, reliable routing and advanced security for your network, which is essential for our hotspot service. This then delivers the signal to what you would call an 8-port switch, again provided by our friends at Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi 8-port switch 8-port models features gigabit Ethernet ports in a compact form factor. The switches are fully managed, delivered robust performance and intelligent switching for your networks. This then delivers the signal from our controller to our final components, which are the access points. Now you can choose to either have an access point sitting indoor or outdoor, depending on your preference. Okay, so we've discussed briefly what the Agri-Fi Hotspot services are all about and the hardware components that make it all come together. On this section of our video, we shall be talking about the software components that allow us to interact with our hardware. The software that we shall be using is one called the Wi-Fi Controller. Wi-Fi Controller 5.10.25 to be exact at the time of the making of this video. After downloading the software from the link which I shall provide below, simply install the software by following the prompts. Upon completion of installation, you shall be brought to this page where you shall enter your credentials that you created during the installation process in order to access the interface itself. So now that you have entered the Agri-Fi controller interface, you can see that there are a number of different services or features that the Agri-Fi controller offers. We'll start on our top right hand corner. You're able to create different sites. So in effect, you can have this controller sitting on a cloud somewhere and manage several sites at any given point in time. You can even import different sites, add sites, view the overall performance of each site, and so forth. You can even edit your user account and of course change different preferences about the interface and its graphical interface as you wish. Now on our far left we have our dashboard, which we're currently on. It gives us basic information about the hotspot network, starting from your USG through to your switches and then your access points. And then we have other more detailed information relating to your access point, retry rates, Wi-Fi client information, and so forth. When we click on this icon here for statistics, it will provide us with statistics relating to the hotspot data usage. We'll have things such as the traffic, the number of clients that have used it, the amount of data that was uploaded, downloaded. It'll also provide you interesting graphs for each of the different access points, so you can see exactly what the usage is like in graphical view. If we click on our next tab, we have a mapping section. This is a pretty cool feature, I think, because of the fact that you are able to insert your own diagram to scale, or for example a building or a classroom, wherever you install the infrastructure, and you can monitor the access point from wherever it is you're at. Another cool feature is that you can add a map and it can integrate with the Google Maps via APIs that allow you to see exactly where your devices are using Google Mapping. So that's a pretty neat feature. The next tab brings us to our devices section, where you are able to see your different devices that are available on your network at any given point in time. It further breaks them down into different categories, such as your gateway and your switches, and then your access points. So this provides the information. The green light means all is good. The red light shows that something is not right, something is disconnected, something requires your attention. So this is a pretty neat feature as well. The next tab, our client section. This indicates the computers or mobile devices that are currently accessing your hotspot. So you're able to see them, you're able to block, you're able to add, authorize, and monitor different users of your wireless hotspot service. This also provides an insight into things such as access points that are in the close vicinity, other known devices, and other interesting information pertaining to your network setup. I haven't really touched on this. This is a intrusion prevention system. I believe it's to do with your security and the management of threats that pass through your USG and then makes these known to you via this particular tab here. And the part that we shall be on the most would be this section here, which is our settings. We're able to create a guest captive portals like the one that I've created here, like so, putting your company logos, creating tokens, etc., etc. So while we're on the topic of the Unify controller for your desktop, let me just show you what this will look like on the mobile application. So once you've downloaded the application, simply click on the Unify network icon and it should take you to the interface itself. So you will be met with this option to add a controller. You can simply add a new controller or add the existing one that you're running on your desktop or your cloud presently. So what this means is that at any given point in time, anywhere you are in the world as an administrator, you are able to access the hotspot backend for the services or the sites that you manage. So this is pretty cool for those people who are always on the move and simply don't have the time to attend to each and every one of your clients individually, especially when you have more than one, say 5 clients and over. This application allows you to be there and provide the assistance that your network requires without physically being there. So let us go into the interface itself. When you click on the controller icon, it'll take you into this dashboard after you've set up your Agri-Fi controller, and you'll be met with a summary on your dashboard. It also provides details about your devices. You're able to configure different devices at any time. You can also view the different clients that are accessing your hotspot at that particular time, and also you can see important statistics about your hotspot service. It also comes with other features like your insights, events, alerts, and other settings that make this application quite powerful by way of administration. So I would suggest or recommend, if you are going to be going further with this idea of creating your own hotspot, download this software. Again, you can be able to manage or have access to your the sites you manage anywhere in the world at any given point in time. So you can do quite a lot with this with very few or very little resources. So it makes it convenient for you and of course your clients. Up until this point, we've seen things from the administrator side of things. Now in this example, we shall be looking at the captive portal and what the user interface will look like for your clients as they enter your hotspot service. In our case, this is one that we've developed for Agri-Fi itself. What you have here is your basic captive portal for your desktop. This is just a preview. Here on the left, we have the logo of Agri-Fi and then a statement that embodies what we do. You're also able to include terms of use, which you can tailor right yourself. After clicking on this button here to accept our terms of usage, then you simply enter the voucher code that you've purchased and then press connect. This should then give you access to the hotspot services. From the mobile user perspective, the captive portal is somewhat similar. You have the logo at the top, and then you have a welcome message here. You have the option to click and accept the terms of use before you're able to insert your voucher code, which then after clicking connect will give you access into the hotspot service. So what are the benefits of running and managing your own Hi-Fi hotspot? We've listed a couple here for you. The first one being that it is reliable and high speed. Now depending on the signal coming in from your internet ISP, or for example in my previous video I showed you the telecom wireless broadband, which has impressive bandwidths of 15 megabytes up and 15 megabytes down on average. So you're able to share this to your clients, providing them with a faster, more reliable internet experience. Now the second benefit is that it is good marketing for your business. Take for example a coffee shop or a motel or hotel where you have a lot of guests coming in and moving out. You are able to provide a wireless service that they can access and sell them, for example, vouchers containing your logo, and of course you're able to generate a decent income from the sales of these vouchers. On top of this, you're able to direct users to your website or Facebook page upon entering your hotspot network. The third benefit is that it is far more affordable than other network solutions, which uses a lot of cabling. This is relatively easy to set up and install. And the last two benefits are pretty straightforward. You have greater coverage, and finally you're able to connect multiple devices simultaneously, such as your laptops, mobile phones, PCs, giving the user far greater options than they would using a wired connection. So we've come to the end of our video. I hope that you found this video informative and that you are able to better understand the technologies that underpin the workings of our Agri-Fi Wi-Fi hotspot service. We thank you once again for all your support. If you did like this video, please click on the like button below and subscribe to our channel. With that, thank you once again, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video. Goodbye and God bless.